YouTubers? This is Silverleafeon9055 and I'm back with another deck profile. Today I will be showcasing you the Lunalight and how this deck will run. And this deck, by the way, is my own personal deck that I made. So you can make yours anytime you want. This is just an opinion. So let's get into this. So for your main 3 monsters that you gotta put in your deck, we'll start out with 3 Lunalight Blue Cat. This monster, when destroyed, can special summon another Lunalight monster. And also its second ability would be that when it's special summoned from the graveyard, then you can double a monster's attack points until the end phase. Next up, we have Lunalight Tiger. I'm running 3 of those as well. When this card is destroyed, then you can automatically summon a Lunalight monster from your graveyard. And the combo I do with this usually is I go Lunalight Blue Cat, then Lunalight Blue Tiger from the deck. And then when Tiger gets destroyed, then I go Blue Cat again, and yeah, chain keeps going. I usually use Lunalight Tiger for that reason, but sometimes I use it for the pendulum scales. Next up, I'm running 3 Lunalight White Rabbit. And the reason I'm running 3 of this is because it is basically like you get rid of spell and traps with this thing. Once it's summoned, if you have a Lunalight monster on your field, including this one, then you can put the same amount of spell and trap cards on the field into the hand. So this gets rid of scales, this gets rid of spells, traps, this gets rid of like all your stuff that you don't need, like having problems with. And then I'm also running 3 of the Lunalight Black Sheep, and this thing is pretty much self-explanatory. I don't use the second ability, but its first ability, this is like a bread and butter right here. You discard Lunalight Black Sheep, and you can automatically add Polymerization into your hand. And knowing Lunalight, this is going to be like all fusions and stuff, so you're going to need 3 of this. Next up, I am running 3 Lunalight Purple Butterfly. And these things are usually just my fusion materials. So, like, I don't use them for much, but if you have one in your hand, then you can use this ability. So, like, if this card is sent from the hand to field to the graveyard, you can target one Lunalight monster you control, gains 1,000 attack until the end of its turn, or you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a Lunalight monster from your hand. So this thing's basically like you fusion summon it, and then banish it, add a Lunalight monster from your graveyard into your hand. You can only use it once per turn. Or if you have if you just have this in your hand, you need to power up a monster, then you just discard it. There you go. And last but not least, for our monster lineup, I'm using 2 Lunalight Wolf. The only reason I'm not running 3 is because it gets a little bit sloppy. So, and this thing's ability is basically like this. I use for scales only. Like this thing's scale ability is ridiculous. So what you can do is from your field or graveyard, you can't do both, so it has to be either field or graveyard. Then you can fusion summon a monster by banishing those. So let's say I had out Cat Dancer and then a Purple Butterfly out on my field or graveyard right here. Oh man, let me scoop this back so you can see this. Then what I can do here is banish these 2 as long as the wolf isn't the scale, and then summon a monster that you need to summon, which I'll be showing you the extra deck later. Next up for our spells and traps, I am running 3 Lunalight Reincarnation Dance. This thing is like you're getting monsters into your hand. This is what makes your deck consistent. Because when a monster is destroyed, any monster I might add, but this is just all Lunalight, so it doesn't matter really. You can add 2 Lunalight monsters into your hand, which is like double Rhoda. And Rhoda is like down to 1, so. And it wouldn't matter in this deck anyway because the whole deck's Beast Warrior, but still. This thing's like your Rhoda times 2, but trap card. I'm also running one Fiendish Chain, which is pretty much standard, a Trapix Trap Hole Nightmare, compulsory evacuation device, and one Dark Bribe to get rid of spells and traps like Mirror Force and all that other stuff. That's basically my trap lineup, and I'm running 7 traps. Sorry about that. And finally, let's go on to our spell lineup, and which is pretty heavy for this deck. I'm running, of course, the 3 Polymerization, your 5 Formation Tenki, which I'm running 3 of those, which could get monsters into your hand. That's what that's used for. And also extra 100 attack boost. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, some more spell and trap destruction. 2 Fusion Tag, and I'll show you some combos with Fusion Tag at the end of the video, so then you know how it works. 2 Fusion Recovery. 3 Lunalight Perfume. 1 Fire Formation Tensu. And the only reason I'm running this is because I didn't really know what else I wanted to put in here, so I just have this in here for now. You guys can run it where you want. And 1 Book of Moon. And now I'm going to go into my extra deck. And the extra deck is pretty small for what I'm using, but I'm using, of course, the 3 Lunalight Cat Dancer, 3 Lunalight Panther Dancer, and 3 Lunalight Leo Dancer. And now I'm going to showcase you some of the combos that you could do with this deck. So what you will need for this deck is a Fusion Tag, Polymerization, Lunalight Perfume, Lunalight Wolf, and your Pendulum Scale. So this will be in your scale right now. And then you got White Rabbit, a Tiger in your Pendulum Scale, and a Blue Cat. And also Fusion Recovery. Yeah, you're going to definitely need Fusion Recovery to get this combo off. Okay, so what you can do here is this would be like your hand here. So what will go out is you go Pendulum Scale. So you go special summon those 2. So then you go Polymerization. So you go Fusion Tag on. I think you need 3 monsters. Yeah, you do need 3 monsters. Sorry about that. You do need 3. So I probably just have Purple Butterfly in there too. So just yeah, there you go. Go Fusion Tag. Treat this one as, because Fusion Tag's abilities, you can treat it as anything in your extra deck. Any monster. And I would treat it as, of course, the Lunalight Panther Dancer, so I reveal that. Fusion Tag goes to the graveyard. Then I go Polymerization, so I'd fuse all 3 of these. Get my first Leo Dancer out. Then I would go Fusion Recovery. So I would go Blue Cat and Polly. Then no, not Blue Cat. Sorry about that. White Rabbit. Blue Cat stays in the grave. Then I go Lunalight Perfume, which would bring back my Blue Cat in defense mode. That's what I do. Doubling Lunalight Leo Dancer's attack points. So that'd be a 7k beater right here. Then normal summon White Rabbit. And then activate Tiger's ability from the Pendulum Zone to bring back Purple Butterfly. Then you go Polly again. So you fuse these 2 and get your Lunalight Panther Dancer. Right here. And then you go Lunalight, no, yeah. And then after that, you just go, whoops, drop that card right there. Just get this out of the way, giving Panther Dancer 1,000 attack bonus. So now you got two high attacking beaters out here that can pretty much like wreck your opponent's entire field. Not mentioning that Leo Dancer cannot be affected by anything. So the only way you're beating this thing, like banishing won't even work on this thing, is overpowering with attack points. Panther Dancer is a little bit vulnerable, but its ability won't allow it to be destroyed by card effects. And when this thing destroys a card by battle, then it gains 200 attack points, which is even more attack points plus that 1,000 I just gave to it. And this thing can attack each monster your opponent controls twice. And basically what this thing does is once it attacks a monster, it hits it once, right? And its ability makes it to where it doesn't get destroyed. So your opponent takes battle damage, but the monster's still there. Then you hit it again. So that's 400 plus attack points right there. And Leo Dancer's ability is the same, except for this thing's more OP because its ability is this thing can make 2 attacks during the battle phase. And when this thing attacks, first at the end of the damage step, when this thing gets on attacking, then it destroys all special summon monsters your opponent controls. So let's say your opponent has like a bunch of XYZs and all sorts of crap you can't get over. Summon this thing, get high attack points, boom, attack twice. But first time you attack, boom, there goes all their special summon monsters, so their field will be clean. Or if they had a monster, get rid of that. And you're pretty much all set. And that's pretty much it for my Lunalight deck profile. I hope you guys like and subscribe. And give me you guys' opinions on what deck I should do next. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's all for today.